Hello and welcome back to Bloodborne. The One Reborn! In this 47th episode of Bloodborne, we fight the prime suspect.
Sure, as you are running up the stairs. Alright, you have to kill the chick ringing the bell.
Yeah, you mentioned in a previous part...
chicks ringing bells.
You mentioned in a previous part how, like, the Watchers, for instance, you can kill each one, but you do not get credit for killing any of them until you kill all of them. Well, in this fight, you actually, if you fuck up, and as long as you've killed the witches first, you can get a little potluck going.
Alright, so, what's the main strategy for the One Reborn?
Avoid his attacks and just keep hitting him. The One Reborn, by many player standards, and in an opinion I tend to agree with, is probably the easiest boss in the game, despite how late you fight this thing. Yes. The reason for that, look what's happening right now. He is staggered.
Yeah, so is there any real reason why you needed 3 dudes with you for this?
Because well, for one thing, it speeds up, it's insurance, it speeds up the boss fight, and cooperators are really effective when the target is this big.
Right. And his smaller attacks don't actually hurt you that much either.
It's probably, I'm avoiding them is the thing. You know, he's got little feet on the sides of him. You can avoid those. His arms are pretty easy. He got staggered again. Let's just wail on him for a second. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And the skeletal head is his weak spot. So.
Yeah, actually, I don't even think I realized that before I recorded it. Yes.
36,000 blood echoes, and you got 3 yellow backbones.
And one of my notes was rated fine. It's all thanks to you. That's right. Take a bow, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Be safe, Tyler. Alright, that was actually somewhat disappointing because you didn't really show off most of the mechanics of the fight because you took down the witches too early.
All the witches would have done is fling fireballs at you from a distance. They are a genuine nuisance and should be dealt with immediately.
Right.
But Cloud, you didn't check your notebook to see.
Person.
You didn't check your notebook to see which note was so good. We pray for your strength.
Oh, he
yes.
teleported you back to the lecture building.
Oh,
I mean, I like this area, sure, but
we'll be back. We'll be back in just a second. It's just I must do things, especially leveling up.
Level up.
Without first bowing to my lady. Very impertinent of you, Mr. Cloud, in the past.
Farewell, good hunter.
Repair. Me? No, screw it. Must get saw cleaver. Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get more bloodstone chunks. Yes. Level 9.
A level 9 saw cleaver. Now, weapon levels do have a cap, right?
Yes, the cap is 10.
Okay. But it's only part 47, Cloud. Do you mean to tell me you max out your weapon significantly before the end of the game?
Well, you kind of have to, out of self-interest. You want to... You kind of want to blow through this next area of the game in order to max out your weapons level. You can max out your weapons level well before you fight the last bosses in the game.
Okay.
But in order to... And now that we have upgraded the weapon to level 9... The only thing that it requires is an item called a Blood Rock. Blood Rock.
No, the Blood Rock is, of course, the highest level of fake bloodstone.
Precisely. You can buy it from the messenger fountain like I did. Unfortunately, Blood Rocks cost 60 insight.
Ooh.
And I just spent 40 insight in order to get 2 bloodstone chunks, which I can understand that some players would argue that, well, you're overspending your insight. At the same time, though, I was sitting on 40 insight, wasn't doing anything with it, might as well spend it.
Right. And plus, you have access to the challenge dungeons in order to, successfully farm inside.
Just about, yeah, and that brings me to my next point. Is that as long as you could figure out the route and the mechanism, then you just have to repeat it as many times as you see fit.
Right.
Just like everything else in this game. Especially avoiding the students on the second floor.
Are these really students, though? They look more like Monster Rancher gels.
Monster Rancher gels. They're slugs. They're idiots.
Your book is late!
Play with
This
fire.
guy has a lot of HP.
If you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
By my lantern.
I'm gonna stomp on you for some reason, even though I have conspicuous fire in my hands.
Well, he doesn't want to actually burn up the banknotes.
No, I'm sure that they are quite precious to him in this book of records and secrets. Remember fall, therefore nothing but execution here.
Well, there's this spider demon thing.
They're really laying it on thick.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be.
Are you sure you're a giant spider?
Lord Amygdala? Oh, how did this come to pass?
We stabbed her in the face.
No, please. No, not me. Ain't begging for my life in front of this motherfucker.
Just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
Maybe.
No, not at all.
Oh, it pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now, you're witness to a miracle. And all the stronger for it.
Are you sure? Because you're still a giant spider.
Pike staff.
You wish I knew what a pike staff was.
Say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say.
So, are you gonna decapitate this guy?
You want to kill this guy. I'm also surprised that I didn't say not at all when he asked me if I thought ill of him.
That was uncharitably done. That was uncharitably done, dear friend.
I'm not your friend, guy.
Great one's wisdom.
So
he actually went insane before turning into a giant spider.
Well, he went insane as a result of turning into a giant spider. He became obsessed with power. Megalomania, if you will. It is amazing how subtle the sheer importance of doing something as innocuous as opening a goddamn door is in this game. We just connected the first and second floors. It didn't look like much, but that was a big move.
The Nightmare of Mensis.
The Nightmare of Mensis. You needed only go outside, of course.
So any moment now, a nightmare as in a horse of evil dreams is going to run over us, right?
You're not too far off there. Slugs.
Blobby.
Come here. Come here. You got stuff I want. I'm gonna take it from you.
3 bloodstone chunks. And more frenzied cold blood.
Oh god, avoid the light. Ow, ow. He got me. That is the work of a giant brain in the distance. This level has a unique gameplay feature. It's stay out of sight of the brain.
And if you fail to do this, he will telepathically spear you with spears.
That's right, and no one is immune to this curse, actually. Those silver beasts following me are probably losing health right now. Yep.
And the spears can actually inflict frenzy on you.
Yep, they inflict minor damage. The more spears you have, the more your health decreases and the faster your frenzy goes up. This is probably one of the sincerest attempts of the game to just kill you.
So are we supposed to cross that bridge over there, or just continue on our current path?
Well, we're blocked right now, actually. You want to unlock this shortcut because it's not necessarily better, but it becomes important later on.
Alright.
Ideally, you probably want to start from the Nightmare of Mensis spawn point, which I don't even think I activated the Hunter's Lamp yet. Gotcha, you.
You acted the Hunter's Lamp over there.
Visceral Stagger. Right, so I could just exit right here instead of going all the way back to the lamppost. Yes, we did it. Oh. Any second now.
There you go.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought I was being invaded for a second. I guess not. Okay, good. Let's get out of here quickly now.
Flee! Become less here.
Because in this game, invaders really like it when there's a high probability that their prey will get killed. And the Nightmare of Mensis is a very frequent invasion zone.
Which is odd. I wouldn't think that players would want a PvP in a zone that disables a majority of your advancement options.
Oh, it's not. It's barely PvP at this point. It's more like, you know, survive or the dickhead wins.
Right. But the dickhead in this case is both the invader and the boss at the end.
The invader actually is immune. I can't remember if the invader's immune to the brain. I doubt it.
He better not be. The NPCs aren't.
Yeah, but I honestly can't remember. If I had to guess, because it's such a popular place for invaders to go, they're probably immune to the effects.
That would be fucking stupid.
It is kind of stupid. I guess maybe they didn't want to program it or something. I could also be entirely wrong, though.
Now, back to the Emperor Cathedral Ward with us.
Ah, through the front door. Well, how good it is to welcome myself to the place where I myself had gone already, but not yet fully explored.
Okay. So are we going to the top of the ward at the moment?
Aliens! Kind of, actually, yeah. That's a lot of potatoes.
Oh, the Celestial Emissary.
The Celestial Emissary, I guess. Let's find them.
So no, you were not wrong. These are actually aliens. Huh.
You see why they wanted to keep it a big juicy secret this whole time?
No, because honestly, they don't actually share many qualities with the alien lore that I'm familiar with. So.
Oh, what you mean Amygdala?
These are more along the lines of Gray Men as opposed to
Gray Men.
You know, as opposed to insectoids or Cthulhuoids.
Basically, yeah. These guys are mostly just cattle. I think that they're actually growing aliens out of the ground by those lumen flowers.
Yeah.
He
has become larger.
We come in peace.
No, you don't.
I promise I do. This is how we say hello.
You don't. You are here to make us watch Monsters vs. Aliens again, which is actually an okay movie, so I don't exactly know why I want to kill you.
Was that the Monsters vs. Aliens? Wait. Oh, Cowboys vs. Aliens. That's the movie I was thinking of.
Yeah, Cowboys vs. Aliens is actually pretty terrible as far as I've been told. I've not seen it myself. But Monsters vs. Aliens is actually a pretty decent character study. Wasn't Aliens vs. Cowboys a Steven Spielberg movie? I don't really remember. Communion Room. Contact. And in the next part, we will probably ignore the Communion Room in favor of going back to places previously blocked at. Sadness.